Easy does it. These bitches. Oh, I think I done fucked up. Hold on.
Team, it's been
oh my god.
I think I've aged you.
I done fucked up, y'all. Okay, here we go.
Easy does it. These bitches ain't cussing shit. These bitches busted. You know this box is like my watch. This shit flooded. What's the price? These bitches want it. Tell them up it. Without the money, I don't budge. What's the budget? You niggas gotta be on something. What's the substance? You hoes broke. Get the cane, get the crutches. I give them face, give them body, give them luscious. What's the price? Up it. I don't even know how I'm getting through the airport, pack around all this heat. I like my hair to my ass, and I like my niggas down on their knees. Y'all hoes getting rolled like a chauffeur, fucking for cool points, nothing to show for it. He wanna ride but ain't bought a car. How you expect me to show up? Only man I chase been dead for a long time, face on front of this paper. Ayy, this pussy bougie, this pussy choosy, pussy don't do no favors. Every time I peep hoes moving like me, I gotta switch it up. But the shit don't never hit quite like this, cause your budget ain't big enough. Ayy, easy does it. These bitches ain't cussing shit, these bitches busted. You know this box is like my watch, this shit flooded. What's the price? These bitches want it, tell them up it. Without the money, I don't budge. What's the budget? You niggas gotta be on something. What's the substance? You hoes broke. Get the cane, get the crutches. I give them face, give them body, give them luscious. What's the price? Love it. Lotto don't do budgets. Top shit like your buddy. Trips y'all can't pronounce, big chest to Phuket. I'm like, fuck you, been that bitch ain't no discussion. Bitch, I'm no percussion. Back up, bitch, you bug. Be the whole face, don't need no brush. Double D's in my brassiere. Face is top tier. First to watch my story, but don't like me. Bitch is weird. Don't listen on all my business. I don't walk around with tension. If you gotta make fake pages to say it, that's mental illness. Easy does it. These bitches ain't cussing shit. These bitches busted. You know this box is like my watch. This shit flooded. What's the price? These bitches want it. Tell them up it. Without the money, I don't budge. What's the budget? You niggas gotta be on something. What's the substance? You hoes broke. Get the cane, get the crutches. I give them face, give them body, give them luscious. What's the price? Ayy, bitch, I'm up in my bag right. Pussy in my ass tight. Always going up on my feet like a gas price. On these bitches, throw today, get rid of like the last flight. Wait, I doubt these niggas had to be one in my past. Ayy, baby, without my name, these niggas nothing. They should thank me. I'm a gangster, but I'm such a fucking lady. In the mirror, and it's clear why they hate me. Up the price, ayy. Easy does it. These bitches ain't cussing shit. These bitches busted. You know this box is like my watch. This shit flooded. What's the price? These bitches want it. Tell them up it. Without the money, I don't budge. What's the budget? You niggas gotta be on something. What's the substance? You hoes broke. Get the cane, get the crutches. I give them face, give them body, give them luscious. What's the price? Up it. Ay, I'm who every nigga wife here, big thigh nightmare. I'm the boogie bitch, oh I'm every nigga tight, yeah. Jury so cold, babies broke, bitches goosebumps, white ghosts rolling through the hood, look like blue clubs. Say my name like Candy Man and bitch, you know I'm there. These hoes wish they saw me when they looking in the mirror. Red bottoms on my feet, Bloody Mary on my toes. Every time I pop out, he get scared for you hoes. Yeah, he get scared for you hoes. Every time I pop out, he get scared for you hoes. Red bottom on my feet, Bloody Mary on my toes. Every time I pop out, he get scared for you hoes. I put niggas on their knees, I put bitches on their feet. Only time I buttons pushes when I'm pressing on my keys. 600 on my chain, yes K, yes G's. Looking for a bitch to play with, think you better ask G's. I know goons, I know goblins, shoot and then robbing. Mask out here, nigga who want a problem? I'm a dog ass bitch, ace of spade when I fist. Green up, just a fuck, bottom line is I'm rich. In the ass like a pumpkin, welcome to the dungeon. Where the niggas at, tryna turn this into something. No, a bitch like me is a very rare sight. And throw that ass back, hit a thun, then it lightning. Yeah, he get scared for you hoes. Every time I pop out, out, it gets scary for you hoes. Red bottom on my feet, Bloody Mary on my toes. Every time I pop out, it gets scary for you hoes. Creeping on a lame ass nigga on my monster jam shit, riding in a grave. He talking on my name, and we gon' dig a grave with ya. Zombie ass bitch, nigga gave me brain for dinner. I want it, then I got it. My man, you looking haunted. Dog market fishing in stockings. My bitches golden goblins. This ain't no trick or treat. Put your nigga trick on me. If it ain't more than 1,000, I won't put it on my feet. When I pop out, it gets scary like a cemetery. I'm fresh to death. I need a hearse when I go shopping, baby. Cause I'm God. Yeah. Texas chicks all in the whip. Shout out, they when I'm hot. Yeah, I be the hottest topic. Yeah, it gets scary for you hoes. Every time I pop out, it gets scary for you hoes. Red bottom on my feet, Bloody Mary on my toes. Every time I pop out, it gets scary for you hoes.
Man, you guys have to stream Megan Thee Stallion's Traumazine. I am literally getting my entire motherfucking life off this album, bitch. Like, Megan came through with the come through. Like, I can listen to this shit front to back, back to front, in the middle to start, from start to middle to back, bitch. East, west, north, south. It's giving me my entire life. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. And before we get thick off into this commentary, I just want to say I really don't understand the hate for Megan Thee Stallion. And it goes to show you how compartmentalized social media is, because even though people get on this bitch and talk all they shit and be in their alter ego, girl, and do what they do, the same people still be flying to #1. Album be at #1, single be at #1. So, you know, either the haters, as loud as they can be sometimes, are truly a minority just because they bark loud, or, girl, the haters are motherfucking fans too, bitch, okay? And people are talk all that motherfucking shit, but they'll be right there front motherfucking row, shucking and jiving and tap dancing, bitch, okay? Either or is true. Nonetheless, girl, y'all see what's in the title. We got to get into it, girl. I'm not sure how long this commentary is going to be, because I really don't have a whole lot to say. I will be dropping the link and let you guys come up to chime in on the situation, girl. Y'all know that this has been an ongoing saga between the Stallion and Miss.
Come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first.
Period, honey. Between Miss Stallion and Miss Kelsey Nicole, girl. Okay? You know, it's been since 2020, girl, that they've been at each other's weaves, girl. Fusion child. They've been at each other's lace fronts, girl, ever since this entire debacle between Tori and Megan and Kelsey and feet and bullet fragments and trials, girl. It's been a hot motherfucking mess, baby. So we're going to get into what Miss Kelsey.
Come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first.
Came to find out about, girl, okay? Because if it's one thing Miss Kelsey gonna do, girl, okay, she might not take the stand, baby. Okay, she might not be dropping no names, sugar. She might not be telling us who did it, girl. But what she always got time to do is motherfucking drag Miss Megan Thee Stallion, child. So we got to get on into it. So before we get into the thick of it, go ahead and give me a nasty piece of thumbs up, girl. If you're new here, definitely subscribe, because if I like it, you're going to absolutely love it. You got to also make sure that your notification bell set to all, because the truth is, girl, I was in here and about to go to sleep. I had actually told myself I was going to do this commentary earlier in the day, girl. Then I got tired all of a sudden. And then the Holy Ghost slapped me in the motherfucking ass, bitch. And I jumped right on up at 11:45, girl, and got right up on here. So you literally never know when I'm going to be live, because, bitch, I don't even know when the fuck I'm gonna be live, girl. I get random inspirations from the Black Holy Ghost getting me off my ass and right here on this internet, child. So you got to have your notification bell set to all, okay? And you got to also, honey, share, and let the king Let the folk know that the king is motherfucking kinging, okay? With no further ado, let's push the fuck on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Let me speak to all of the Conscious crew members in the building. If you guys are just chiming in, make sure that you are thumbing up on your way into the sanctuary, honey. And if you're new here, you got to make sure that you subscribe, baby, okay? You got to do that, girl, because you're going to get your everlasting motherfucking life, okay? Hold on. Let me get some things together over on my side, girl. You know, going live is a whole goddamn production, child. It's so high maintenance going live, girl. You know, I missed the pre-recorded days, but ever since my mentor, Dr. Larry D. Reed, brought me this brand new spanking motherfucking MacBook, girl. Now all I got to do is get my camera situated, girl, and my software on this bitch, and then, you know, it's going to be on and popping, okay? On and popping. All right, girl, let me go ahead and scroll up and say hello to everybody. I know it's a late, child. Half the Conscious crew member was not expecting a live stream. But what's going on, Rings of Blaze? Hey, boo. What's going on, Lisa? What's going on, Kanisa? What's going on, Miss Reynolds? Hey, Plain Jane. What's going on, Ebony Ty? What's going on, Hayes Way? Hey, Angela. What's going on, Holistic Attorney, baby? Back with the 1-2, period. What's going on, Honeybee? What's going on, Jamie? What's going on, St. Marquise? Hey, boo. What's going on, Miss Mika? Hey, Cassandra. What's going on, Mrs. Boutique? What's going on, Pastor Lada? You know we got to get the soundbite up in here, period. What's going on? What's going on, Ian Gardner? Hey. What's going on, Mary? Hey, Crystal. Hey, D Diva. What's going on, Lynn? Hey, boo. So, with no further ado, girl, it's already late, girl. So, y'all know, girl, it has been a beef for the ages, okay? Raptress, Megan Thee Stallion, and Ex-Bestie Kelsey Nicole have not made any goddamn progress since the infamous 2020 shooting that left the body yada 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 rapper with bullet fragments in her feet by who she alleges to be her then homeboy to the public secret private lover and dancer and fellow rapper Tory Lanez. Kelsey Nicole was present during the shooting but has not spoken up about who pulled the trigger that fateful night. However, she has taken time throughout the past 2 years to throw shots at Megan on social media and dish records. And a few nights ago, baby, she also had motherfucking time. Let's goddamn talk about it. Okay? Thank you, Sandra. Let's mother love and talk about it, you guys. So Megan Thee Stallion went live a few nights ago, and she brought up no other than turkey head ass Jonathan Wright. Okay, you guys know celebrity hairstylist and Zeus Network's bad boys. Jonathan Wright, yes, God, okay? Apparently, he has bumped a few of Megan Thee Stallion's ends, girl. Apparently, he done put over nasty piece of wine, girl. A time or two to Megan Thee Stallion's lace wigs, girl. Okay, apparently, he done slicked the ponytail back a time or two, girl. Well, you guys know that we have not seen Jonathan and Megan together in quite some time. Well, apparently, there was a bit of contention and a fallout. Now, Megan Thee Stallion decided to add Jonathan Wright, who was in her comment section, okay, of her IG Live to the stream. And that didn't turn out well for her drunk ass, baby, okay? Because upon her and Jonathan getting into a messy ass conversation, subliminals were thrown, and no other than Kelsey Nicole, baby, no other than...
Come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first.
Okay, baby. I don't give a damn what it is, baby. Kelsey Nicole got all her goddamn Megan Thee Stallion, Tina Snow notification bell set to all, baby. If there's any motherfucking bitch who is subscribed faithfully, girl, to the Megan Thee Stallion brand to this day in 2022, it is Miss Kelsey Nicole, because she is still trying to find out, baby. Okay, while Megan was making good on a nigga that she had first dibs on, girl. She's still trying to figure, even one baby, an executive producer from a label later, she's still trying to figure out, girl. She's still trying to come to find out, girl. Why did Megan Thee Stallion break girl code? So she also had her ass there faithfully in the motherfucking bushes, girl. Okay, that ain't that about a bitch. That's what ain't nobody talking about. Kelsey's supposed to be living her best life if you let her tell it, girl. She done moved on to higher heights if you let her tell it, girl. She now can pay her own motherfucking rent if you let her tell it, girl. Okay, she finally done got bumped up to manager position at Target, girl. If you let her tell it, baby. Okay, Megan is old news if you let her tell it, baby. But she right there in the treehouse, girl. Right there in the motherfucking treehouse of the IG Live. Waiting and looking and what, class?
Come to find out, come to find out, come to find out, come to find out, come to find out. Your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first.
What? Baby. And it went down, baby. These two got into a damn prison melee, throwing shots. Girl, Megan was dissing Kelsey over paying her goddamn mortgage and her rent and her room to rent, girl. She was saying she was paying the room to rent, girl. Okay. Chelsea was slinging shots back, talking about, bitch, that degree must belong to Kelsey, girl, because she was the one doing all the goddamn Megan Thee Stallion's homework, girl. Now the goddamn fans and the viewers, girl, is calling Harvard, girl, and calling Benedict College and shit, girl, trying to get her goddamn transcripts rebuked, girl, trying to get her goddamn certificate subpoenaed and shit, girl. It's just a hot fucking mess right now, girl. But let me give y'all a former breakdown because we're going to also check out this live between Miss Megan and Jonathan Wright, okay? Now, this article is courtesy of MadameMinor.com, okay? So once again, if you're in the building, girl, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up the motherfucking video, okay? Courtesy of Madame Noah, honey, okay? Now, MadameNoah.com reports that Megan Thee Stallion and ex-BFF Kelsey Nicole trade insults on social media. Megan Thee Stallion and former bestie Kelsey Nicole threw jabs at each other on social media yet again. It all started after the Houston hottie and her former hairstylist Jonathan Wright got on Instagram Live to talk about an apparent fallout. During their conversation, Meg said, quote, "Don't say no names and don't say nothing stupid because we ain't giving nobody no free press." She then went on to say that some time ago, Wright went on with someone that the Plan B rapper doesn't like. Okay, I think she meant went out with someone that the Plan B rapper doesn't like. Quote, "Jonathan said, Megan, I'm about to go out with this bitch I know you don't like," she said. The live later abruptly ended. People assumed she was talking about rapper Asian Doll, but she shut down those claims on Twitter. Quote, "It wasn't about Asian, so now what?" She wrote after someone tweeted that Asian Doll's power of telepathy ended the live. Kelsey Nicole then entered the chat because she was who Megan Thee Stallion and Jonathan were talking about, not Asian Doll. Quote, "Put a name on it then," she wrote in the comments of a post on the Neighborhood Talk. Megan Thee Stallion then took to Twitter to fire back at her. Quote, "But when I was paying your rent though," she tweeted. Nicole then replied in the comments of a repost saying, quote, "But when I was doing your homework though, boo." She added, quote, "She don't want war with me for real. 2 years later, I'm still on her mind. I be minding my business." Kelsey, is this what minding your business look like? Quote, "Y'all don't know the behind the scenes shit. It definitely had got back to me words from her mouth about Jonathan coming around me. So I just want to know, cause the slugs is dead." After all the back and forth, Meg said she was going to delete her social media accounts. Quote, "Deleting all my apps because any bitch that's going to see me gonna see me IRL or gonna see me in motherfucking court, girl. Okay? Now let's move on over to Twitter, girl. This audio is courtesy of Miss Twitter.com. Okay, turn up your earbuds, plug up your Boost Mobile, girl, and listen closely.
Who think you don't tell everybody no, yo.
So what happened, Johnny? But don't say no names and don't say nothing stupid because we ain't giving nobody no free press. But what you did that made me mad?
What you did that made me mad?
What you did that made me mad?
No, I want you to tell the people what I did to make you mad.
Okay, so Johnny said, Megan, I'm about to go out with this bitch I know you don't like.
Hold up, bitch. Rewind. I said I'm about to go out with my best bitch.
Wait, no. But you said I'm about to go out with this bitch I know you don't like.
No, hold on. First off, I said, no, I'm about to go out with somebody that's
Okay. Be real. Let's tell the whole story. Okay.
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna need Jonathan Wright to install a motherfucking living AC unit inside of his motherfucking neck because I'm tired of seeing this wide shoulder landscape portrait shooting in the goddamn lens ass bitch profusely sweating, girl. It is 1 a.m. in the motherfucking morning, girl. Why are you sweating like it is a 190-degree hot summer ass motherfucking day, bitch? I don't know whether that goddamn pussy be fucking inflamed, girl, from all them goddamn Houston hoes you be rolling around in the sack with, girl. But why is it that no matter where, this bitch can sweat in snow, girl? This bitch got supernatural fucking powers. I don't know why this big body sweaty neck asshole is always leaking goddamn gumbo and goddamn sugar and damn diabetes out of every goddamn hole, Jonathan. You need to go get that shit checked out, girl. Okay, bitch, ain't nothing supposed to be that goddamn moist, girl, but good coochie, bitch. Okay, bitch, unless your goddamn flesh is literally constructed out of good quality coochie, bitch, it ain't no reason for you to always be this goddamn well done hoe. Okay? Girl, I don't know whether you need a propeller hat, bitch. What is your goddamn address, bitch? I can send you a propeller hat, girl. Okay? I can send you a old nasty piece of mobile beach fan, girl. I just don't know what it's giving, Miss Mamas. Okay? But bitch, I'm tired of motherfucking having to have a dry rag on the motherfucking deck so I can wipe my damn screen, bitch, because you done got my motherfucking MacBook screen around here sweating and shit, bitch. My shit be leaking, bitch. My shit be overheating just watching your big ass, girl. You sweating this motherfucking much, ho, how you ain't burning equally all the goddamn calories? How you this big, bitch, for sweating all the time like this, bitch? You supposed to be skinty by now, girl, burning it up like this. Is it just me? Or is it just me? Anyway, girl, let me get into my commentary. So, right after this, girl, okay? Neighborhood Talk, all the blogs got the pop locking and dropping, girl, reposting and sharing shit, bitch. And Miss Kelsey had done jumped up in Neighborhood Talk comment section like, no, she ain't talking about Asian doll. She ain't talking about Mediterranean doll. She ain't talking about Barbie doll, girl. She ain't talking about Middle Eastern doll, girl. She is talking about what?
Come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first.
Period, bitch. And she still ain't done. Bitch, she still ain't done, girl. I don't know where Megan Thee Stallion thought she was going 2 years later, girl. I don't know why Megan Thee Stallion thought she was going to lead the vehicle. She was going to lead the courtroom. She was going to lead the city. She was going to lead the state. She was going to lead the country. She was going to lead the continent, girl. She ain't even allowed to lead the motherfucking world, girl, because Kelsey is hell-bent on having this motherfucking confrontation and conversation with Miss Megan, baby. The conversation ain't over until Miss Kelsey says motherfucking over because she's still trying to find the fucks out, girl. Okay? So she's in Neighborhood Talk, girl, pop locking and dropping. And let me go ahead and share another screen, girl, and pull up an old nasty, all the mud slinging that had went on in teams. How doing, honey? Okay, because Miss Kelsey was pressed Oh, yes, she was pressed, girl. Okay? Now, here it is, girl. You see Miss Megan say, girl, she over on Twitter now saying, put a name on it then, okay? To Miss Tina Snow, okay? And Miss Tina Snow did and said, bitch, when I was paying your motherfucking rent, laughing emojis, okay? And then Miss Kelsey is like, girl, but when I was doing your motherfucking homework, dog, okay? And then Miss Tina Snow commented back and said, cuz court, let me go. Girl, let me find the fucks out that Kelsey was over there. Wow. Megan Thee Stallion, girl, was getting body yada 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 on the Grammy stage and shit, girl, while she over there twerking down. Miss Kelsey is stuck up in a goddamn 4x4 bunker doing all the Megan Thee Stallion's ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, girl. Let me find out that Miss Kelsey, girl, was the one utilizing all the number 2 pencils, girl, in the beating off erasers and shit, girl. No wonder Kelsey was, girl, and can't nobody tell me, girl, that, baby, the more shit that comes out, it just leads me to believe, girl, that Tory Lanez wasn't the one who pulled the motherfucking trigger, bitch. That's just all I'm gonna say, bitch. Because let me tell you something, honey. You gotta look at the motherfucker who is the most pressed in the situation, girl. You got to look at the motherfucker who just can't seem to stop, drop, and roll and get away from the altercation, girl. You got to look at the person who still got all the heat, baby. All I'm saying is, bitch, I just don't think, baby, that Tory is the one who pulled the motherfucking trigger, baby, because it seems that Miss Kelsey got a big ass thorn in her goddamn ass, honey, okay? So it just goes on, girl, okay? Kelsey says she don't want war with me for real. 2 years later, I'm still on her mind. I be minding my business. She goes on to say, y'all don't know the behind the scenes shit. It definitely had got back to me, the words right out of her mouth about Jonathan coming around me. So I just want to know, because the slugs is dead. She then goes on to say, and the rent comment is dead. I had my own shit. She wants y'all to think I was down bad, so bad, but I'm living proof of why you stay on your own journey, because these hoes will use you and act like they was holding it down on their own. Good night. So let me circle it back around, girl. Let me deal with Megan first. I like you, Megan, a whole lot. I think you've got dealt a bad hand. You know, after the shooting, it just seemed that it just went down. And we know why, girl. You know, we know how it is for Black women, especially Black woman being victimized by an alleged Black man, girl. Okay, we know that patriarchy is going to, you know, reinforce itself and rear its fucking ugly head, okay? And by the whole Black, and by a chunk of the Black community, girl, turning on you, it just really goes to show you how most of the Black community, including these niggas, is so goddamn Black male identified, okay? Okay, you are living proof, girl, that Black woman, especially when it comes to any type of goddamn abuse at the hands of a Black man, girl, that Black men are going to win the war. They're going to win the motherfucking war, girl. Okay? And I just think that it's unfortunate. But bringing it all the way down into this live, I don't know why you got your drunk ass on live after you done popped your motherfucking pussy all over Carisha and JT and shit, girl, and then had an old nasty, lesbianic, good time, girl. You came home feeling good, high vibrating, you dwelling with the Lord, girl. And you must have just been wanting to spread the love because you was like, you know what? Let me clean up some of this bullshit in my motherfucking life. There is a nigga that I do like, even though he did some fuck shit. I see he in the comment section. So let me just, you know, I'm feeling good, girl. Maybe we can squash the beef, etc. You know, he really ain't that bad outside of his associations, girl. But we're talking about Jonathan Wright. Okay, we're talking about Zeus Network employee, girl. Now, Megan, you should know that anything that comes out of Zeus is trash, considering that you already had more than enough reason to not fuck with this blockhead asshole from the jump, girl. But on top of that, girl, he done doubled down and became a Zeus Network employee, girl. You know it's trash. Okay? Now, what would have made most sense, girl, is if you would have told that blockhead ass bitch in the comment section to hit you up in the DMs and y'all talk on the phone. And then once y'all can get a clear story together and y'all can, you know, rectify the situation the way that it needs to be, girl, then okay, y'all can go public and, you know, let it be known that everything is all well, child. But you trying to work it out loud, live, and in color. You trying to improv a goddamn Iyanla Fix Your Life moment with a Zeus Network employee? Megan, I am under the impression now that you don't love yourself, baby. Okay? I don't even know why you would want to work it out, girl, with a Zeus Network employee, girl. That's going down, not up, baby. Ain't you in the top 10 right now? And this bitch is on the cutting room floor of Zeus Network production, girl. Huh? He ain't even got a season 2. So what is tea, Miss Megan? Okay, girl, anybody can bump ends, boo. Anybody can bump noses and anybody can bump ends, sugar. So never try to work out a real situation with a messy asshole while you are highly inebriated and intoxicated off that good dark liquor. Okay? Because you're going to end up getting dragged by your ex-personal assistant, okay, who out here telling folk that she done did all your motherfucking homework and shit, girl. That she done read all the goddamn chapters and wrote all your goddamn essays, girl. Mm-hmm. While you was around here riding Tory Lane's face, allegedly, baby. Okay, this is what you gotta deal with, okay? When you're drunk off that good dark liquor and you are not making rational decisions, where was your man? Where was your man, bitch? Because as soon as I would have heard you say that nigga name, Jonathan Wright, bitch, I would have karate chop kicked the motherfucking iPhone off the table, girl. Okay? So I gotta hold you accountable, girl. You know you live in a messy life right now, times a real tense, bitch. You cannot afford to be getting on live less than anything than sober, bitch, okay? Because not being sober is what led to a lot of that fuck shit that happened in 2020, girl, when the blood was leaking all across the pavement out of the black SUV, girl, out of the refurbished Expedition and shit, girl. You know, when y'all had the helicopters and the tanks and shit pulling up in Calabasas and shit, girl, okay? Didn't liquor, you ain't had enough experience with being inebriated by now, girl. You damn near lost your right foot. Drunker than a skunt, honey, with the rest of these goddamn heathens. Arguing and shit over who is the best, worst rapper and shit, girl. Having goddamn CD wars and shit in the goddamn Expedition, girl. Okay? We did read the transcripts and the police reports, Megan. We know that before shit got heated that night, that you did jump your ass out of the car in your goddamn 2-piece bikini with all your goddamn ass meat hanging out and sat at a goddamn bus stop on the side of the goddamn mountain and waited on the goddamn trolley at 3 a.m. in the mountain, baby. So I would think that you have learned all that you need to learn, girl, about operating under liquor. Under that dark liquor is bitchcraft, bitch. It's a spirit on dark liquor. Okay, you can't do that. So I gotta hold you accountable. Okay? Now, I ain't got nothing to say more than what I already done said about Jonathan Wright, because bitch, he's a Zeus Network employee, so he understood the messy ass assignment he was on that night, girl, okay? He did what was supposed to be done, girl, which is wreak hell, girl. Okay? But let's get to Miss Kelsey and the lack of emotional intelligence that Miss Kelsey suffers from, because
Come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first.
and what I want to know, Miss Kelsey, is why the fuck you still pressed about it, bitch? She had him, she tagged him, and then she threw the little goldfish back to the pond, bitch, okay? Why is you still upset? Why is you still pressed? You damn half pregnant girl with damn triplets and shit. Why is you still on this woman's ass? Because your name didn't come up in the context of it having really anything to do about you directly, honey. Okay, she was trying to work it out with this messy Zeus employee network, employee person girl. Okay, and you was just the intermediary space girl. Okay, it's very clear to me that you want a conversation with Miss Megan. And it's clear to me that Miss Megan is never going to give you that conversation, girl. It's very clear to me that your open wound is requiring a lot of closure that Tina Snow is not going to help to close the door on, baby. So what I'm going to recommend to you, Miss Kelsey, is instead of running to goddamn Twitter and running to neighborhood talk to see what a bitch you ain't dealt with in 3 years got to say about you indirectly, is you directly take your ass to the Dr. Phil show, girl, and that you retain some quality psychotherapy. Because I don't know why you depressed. You said here that Megan don't want war. She don't. That's exactly why she didn't want to mention your motherfucking name. And you still showed your thirsty ass up any motherfucking way. Even when this woman ain't want to mention your name and only referring to your likeness in lieu of trying to rectify her situation with Jonathan. Okay? Now, you claiming to be so unbothered, girl. Okay? And you claiming that she on your mind. But Miss Megan ain't running to your neck of the woods. You always Ashanti scooting over to where Miss Megan is at. Okay? I don't know what type of goddamn narcissistic abuse your ass might have experienced, but it is clear that whatever transpired between you and Megan, girl, it absolutely obliterated your ego, and you've been on your Romance revenge shit since. But let me tell you why you also is a fucked up bitch. Okay? Because I'm still shook that both you and Tory Lane's trifling reptilian species, cold blood asses around here talking about everything but making a confession in terms of who shot this motherfucking woman. There was a whole fucking human being who was shot at and injured as a result of those bullets in her direction. And you got time to be talking about she don't want war as if there was just a bar fight that ensued. This woman got her goddamn corns blown off, and you have yet to identify the suspect. I want to know why you think your personal issue is bigger than this woman being able to bring whoever pulled the trigger that night to justice, to accountability. I want to know why you think that whatever your personal bullshit is with Megan and this goddamn lovers quarrel between y'all and fucking Tory Lanez is bigger than the fact that somebody put the fucking trigger on this woman and you are a first-hand fucking witness. That makes you a fucked up ass chick. That makes you diabolical, Kelsey. And I'm going to let you know right now, I had a THC-infused edible experience, and I was on my face like John the Baptist in Atlantic City, hovering and vibrating with the damn Lord for 2 hours. And even though he ain't showed me no hell, all he showed me was love and love for the world, I still am going to tell you, Kelsey, that if you don't come forward, girl, and speak the truth that actually matters, bitch, you going to somebody's hell. Bitch, you going to somebody's hell, bitch. I wasn't, the Lord ain't show me no hell. The Lord ain't take me to hell, baby. But I'm still going to tell you, baby, your ass is going to somebody's motherfucking hell, bitch, okay? If you thought you and Tory Lanez was meant to be together, bitch, you both gonna be spending eternity somewhere. Okay? Mark my motherfucking words, girl. Y'all gonna be together faithfully. Finally. Once and for all, baby. And you ain't gonna have to worry about Miss Megan Thee Stallion being in the middle, girl. I want to know why Miss Megan is still trying to find out.
Your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first.
And Miss Megan is still trying to come to find out who the fuck shot her, bitch, and why you ain't trying to talk to the motherfucking DA and take the stand and just clear this shit so all this shit can be motherfucking over. Because if you still need your 1, 2, 3 in the ring with Miss motherfucking Megan for the fuck shit she did and breaking girl code, you can accomplish 2 things at once, bitch. Now, you ain't telling the truth for 2 reasons. Either them rumors, as far as I'm concerned, are allegedly true, that the money that was allegedly offered, the $1 million, $2 million for y'all to hush y'all mouth, somebody seemed to have taken it. Because ain't nobody identified a suspect yet but Miss Megan. And she was half drunk, half high out of her motherfucking mind with her wig hanging off way out her goddamn head. I don't know whether she saw synthetic fibers when she turned around or actually saw goddamn Tory Lanez. Because any bitch getting out of the car at 2 a.m. in the morning in a goddamn bikini sitting on the side of a mountain at a goddamn bus stop waiting on the goddamn trolley on the phone with her motherfucking manager girl trying to get a helicopter up and away from y'all crazy ghetto asses. Clearly was not in, she wasn't completely coherent, girl. Okay? She wasn't completely coherent. So, come to find out, bitch, I'm confused. Come to find out, girl, who the fuck really shot Miss motherfucking Megan, girl? Come to find out, Miss Mamas. What is really the true tea around this bitch? Huh? Because when Miss Megan Thee Stallion, girl, heard dance, bitch, dance, and bullets and fireworks and shit start flying in her goddamn direction, and all she saw was motherfucking explosions and shit reflected in the goddamn cement and the goddamn crystals and shit in the concrete, girl, and she flung her motherfucking ass around, girl. Now, y'all know that black women love them goddamn long 30 inches, girl. When she slung her motherfucking head around to see who was shooting her, girl, what first had to sling in her goddamn rear view, girl, was all the 30 inches of synthetic fibers from the wig, girl. And then, okay, upon the goddamn eyelashes and the sweat and the contacts and all this shit blurring her vision, girl, she then had to make out who the hell was hanging out the side of the window, girl. Okay? We can tell from the police report, girl, and the transcripts, girl, that Miss Megan was not completely and utterly coherent that night, but it seems that you had enough cognitive recognition because you took your ass to the hospital and stayed by her side as they put all type of goddamn casts and skin transfers and shit on her feet. You took your ass down to the police precinct to make sure that Tory Lanez was okay, girl. Okay, you made your goddamn rounds, girl, in Uber that night, girl. You was very focused. 2 things can be true, Kelsey. You cannot like her and still need to give her that fade because of breaking girl code and fucking your nigga outside of your supervision. And you can also vindicate her because it's only the right thing to do and the only thing that can be done to keep you from busting hell wide open. Girl, I don't know how y'all don't be scared of hell, girl. Y'all be out here wild and I just be like, girl, these people ain't scared to go to hell. Girl, these people be shooting each other and girl, beating each other's eye sockets out and shit, girl, just doing all type of atrocities and inhumane shit. I just be like, girl, ain't nobody scared of fire and brimstone, girl. Y'all just gonna be showing y'all ass like this, girl, as if y'all ain't gonna have a goddamn head-on collision with the creator, girl. I mean, what the fuck, bitch? I mean, do you know something I don't know, bitch? Are y'all hoes vampires? Are y'all werewolves and shit, girl? Y'all got immortality? Because I'm trying to figure out why y'all ain't acting like y'all all gonna have to stand before the Almighty someday. I'm trying to figure out, girl, what I'm trying to come to find out, girl, is why y'all acting like this is the only life y'all gonna live. If as if at some point you ain't gonna come out of your body and have to have a whole confrontation with the universe, bitch. The way y'all be carrying on in this goddamn earth plane, girl, I'd be like, girl, where is the fear of hell? Where is the fear of the Lord, girl? I don't even know, Miss Kelsey. Come to find out, how the fuck are you sleeping well at night with yourself? Is this really how the petty spirit is set up, girl? That because a hoe done fucked your man, but she done been shot up, stabbed up, beat up, thrown downstairs, and ended up on a goddamn ventilator at the end of the day? And you know who the hell the assailant is, that you ain't gonna say nothing because you gonna prioritize your grievances over her flirting with your man, deep throating your man, reverse cowgirling your man. Is that really the way that petty is set the fuck up these days, girl? You can really sleep well, girl. You can lay that goddamn 27-piece down on some goddamn satin pillows, girl, and can live and sleep and wake up and have Folgers in your cup the next morning, and you harboring this deep, dark ass secret about who almost shot this goddamn woman's goddamn cankles off. Girl, she had the bullets actually penetrated her, girl, it wouldn't have been Megan Thee Stallion, girl. It would have been Megan, the second generation Kuta Kinte, bitch. You was gonna leave this goddamn woman with a goddamn. This woman could have been walking around with a motherfucking peg leg, and you around here chilling, full of yourself, thinking that you sound like a real boss bitch because you feel like you got bigger fish to fry rather than the actual bigger fish, which is who shot this damn woman. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't give a damn what type of goddamn girl code Megan Thee Stallion broke. I don't give a damn who she fucked, sucked. I don't give a damn who man she stole. I don't give a damn what type of slick ass bald headed hoe shit that Megan Thee Stallion did. This woman was physically assaulted and traumatized as a result. And there are 3 motherfucking people who have yet to identify a assailant. And I know at least 3 people who going to hell. I know at least 3 people who going to hell, bitch. The word says to bring yourself to confession. And the way that you press boo, I don't think it's doing you any good, girl. I think if anything, girl, you taking the heat off a motherfucking Tory, girl. And I've been feeling like, based upon all the circumstantial evidence, based upon the context of everything, girl, based upon all the reporting and the trial transcripts and the police reports and the testimonies and everything that's being said, girl, it's the way you keep jumping out the window, girl. The way you keep jumping out the window, Miss Kelsey. The way you keep on.
Find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first. Come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first. Come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first.
And that is in 2020. It is 2022. And your ass is still adding Megan Thee Stallion about her being on a nigga that you was on first. Girl, what I'm saying is, bitch, I don't believe Tory Lanez pulled the trigger, bitch. And if he did, bitch, I believe there was 2 hands on that motherfucking gun. I believe it's 2 sets of motherfucking fingerprints on the motherfucking gun, bitch. That's why the motherfucking forensic test says that it is gun residue on both motherfuckers involved. It's gunpowder residue on both these motherfuckers. And one of the reports says that it is more gunpowder on Miss Come to Find Out than there is on Mr. Goldfish. Y'all didn't give a damn whether this woman would have been walking around here with a goddamn hook in her foot, peg leg Meg, or nothing, girl. And all y'all going to sleep, bitch. The driver, Tory, no hairline having ass. Kelsey, 27-piece come to find out Nicole ass. Girl, I don't want to hear from you. You is a trifling motherfucker. If you honor the girl, you know what's so funny? Why the hell is it that Megan don't get to honor girl code, but you also get to throw it out the window? Because if you took girl code seriously, if girl code was for real in your heart too, as you expected it to be in Miss Megan, girl, you would still be standing beside her in the situation and the context of where she's actually the victim at, rather than not. So I just think it's mighty interesting that just like Megan, for whatever reason, decides to be selective about where she applies girl code, that you ain't no better than motherfucking her, and you ain't got no issue with her because you won't even honor girl code either when it counts. How you gonna want her to be for real about a code that your ass threw completely and utterly out of the motherfucking door at your convenience? When this girl offended you and violated you, bitch, girl code don't matter. Somebody gets to abuse her and harm her and bring and shoot and make blood come out of her body, and you get to zip your fucking lips. But you miss girl code. You miss girl code. So what makes you any different from Miss Megan? Just like Megan decided to not honor girl code for whatever reason she didn't, you clearly have decided to not honor it either. So, case closed, boo. Move the fuck along. Wrap it on up. Call it motherfucking even at this day. You still atting this woman, but it seems like the person who really lost in this situation was Megan. So what the fuck is you still mad about? If she fucked your nigga, sucked your nigga, busting up with your nigga, but she the one who ended up with bullet fragments, and she the one who ended up dragged out in this motherfucker, and she ends up with the one with the smeared reputation, it would seem to me, girl, that Kelsey, you the fuck the one who won, girl. Go have your goddamn triplets, go fuck your goddamn executive producer, and you and your forehead and your 27-piece go lay the fucks damn down and find you something to do, Miss Mamas. What the fuck is you upset about? Before I drop the link, girl, I want to show y'all something else. I don't know why y'all got me up here on Beyonce's internet at 1 a.m. raising holy hell, girl. Okay, it's just one more thing I want to show y'all, girl, before I drop the motherfucking line, huh? Before I drop the line. Before I drop the line. Hold on. Hold on. Where it is. Hold on. Okay, I didn't know this, girl. But according to the Miss Shade Room, girl, okay? Miss Jonathan. Hold on, bro. Let me make sure ain't no porn up here. Okay. Good. Miss Jonathan also says that Tory Lanez offered Megan Thee Stallion hush money after 2020 shooting. I didn't know that, y'all. Okay? So, shout out to the Shade Room, girl. Okay? In a news special that aired this week, Megan Thee Stallion spoke with Gayle King to share her version of what happened the night Tory Lanez allegedly shot her. During her first on-camera interview since the 2020 shooting, the H-Town hottie claimed that Tory Lanez offered her and her ex-best friend, Miss Come to Find Out Nicole, $1 million apiece to keep quiet. Now her friend Jonathan Wright has backed up the rapper's claim that Tory tried paying Megan and Kelsey hush money. While talking with the ladies of Beyond the Chair, the celebrity hairstylist stated he was still good friends with Megan despite rumors that the two had a fallout. The host asked Jonathan how he supported his friend when Tory allegedly shot her in 2020. Wright said that he wanted to fight Tory. Speaking on rumors their friendship ended, Jonathan shared this: "We ain't never ended our friendship. A lot of people think we fell out, but we're real friends." As far as finding out Tory was accused of being shot by Tory, as this was a grammatical error. As far as finding out that Tory was accused of shooting Megan Thee Stallion, he stated, quote, "I wanted to beat Tory ass. If he run up, it's done up." Telling the same story Meg told Gail, Jonathan stated he was DM'd by Tory and knew he was trying to pay off Megan. One of the hosts asked, did you know he tried to pay her off? He responded, quote, yeah, he DM'd me. He went the wrong way. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? That's very interesting. Okay, now, based upon his wording, he didn't say exactly that he knew, but it sounded like an interpretation. Whatever the hell Tory messaged him or DM'd him, it made him feel like that was the case. Because obviously, if Jonathan had any direct confession or any empirical evidence, that evidence would have wound it up as exhibit A, B, C, D, E, F, N, G in this eternal ass trial that's taking place. Okay? So was Jonathan looking for a moment? Did he embellish, okay, the exchange between him and Tory, girl? You know, wanted to be a part of something bigger than his goddamn forehead? Or is it true tea? We don't know. Nonetheless, here is the motherfucking link. I'm going to let y'all come up and sound off real quick, and then we're going to call it a night, and we got a hot topic show tomorrow, bell. If you're in the building, if you're in the sanctuary, please thumbs up this video. And if you're new here, definitely subscribe, okay? Now, I done posted the StreamYard link for you guys to come and sound off in the comment section. Let me read some of these comments as you guys are getting it together. Trial start on August 14th. Hold on. Is it what? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Oh, September, girl. Baby, I had to count on my fingers, bitch. September 14th. I can't wait to hear Tory finally get to speak. I can't wait to hear it too, but I can't wait to hear from Kelsey. And I can't wait to hear from the driver, okay? Because them folks supposed to be at trial as well, okay? Jonathan ain't lying. Tory would have said he was lying, but we ain't got no empirical truth. We ain't got no facts either to back that up, Ashley. Where is the receipts? What's going on, Dwada?
Hey.
Hi.
What's going on?
Child, trying to figure out this goddamn puzzle piece that the three amigos got going on. What the hell you think about this blow up between Megan and Miss Come to Find Out?
I feel like Jonathan did that on purpose because I think Jonathan is in the same boat as everybody else, like just tired of the mystery and all that shit over it, and just like, you know what? Maybe if I throw my little ranch in here, like it might just, open up a door, and maybe we might just get a little bit of facts. You know what I mean? Like that's just what Jonathan always gave me. Like he's the type of person, like maybe when he wants to know something for real, like he'll just throw a little something in there to see if something, like somebody would just say something. But we already knew, like, it wasn't like Meg ain't gonna do nothing for like she's not gonna. She already like held back the truth once, twice, 3 times. So I don't think like it's gonna be that easy for us to get like the truth. I feel like Kelsey wants to tell the truth, but she can't right now because of, she got Megan's people against her, all that type of stuff. So it's like she can't say what she needs to say, but I could tell this girl's itching to tell something. And I'm just like, I feel like when we finally find out, it's going to be something completely different than what we thought. And I don't know at this point. Like, it's getting scary at this point. Like, I feel like we're going to find out it was a whole fake-ass movie. And everybody's going to be mad. Like, everybody's going to be mad. Honestly, because at this point, if Kelsey's making posts like she's running from the police, like, it's like, is this really a joke now? Like, is this just a joke? Because this is not supposed to be funny.
But people would trivialize things when their egos are involved. And it's clear to me that Kelsey is making whatever her private grievances are with Megan a bigger priority than the situation that called for the police to have to show up to the scene that night. And I'm shook by that. I mean, I know what it's like to not like a motherfucker. I know what it's like to have an altercation with a motherfucker. I know what it's like when a motherfucker betrays your trust. But if a motherfucker was shot, stabbed up, fucked up in my goddamn presence, despite, just having an altercation with this person, I just have too much of a conscience to prioritize my ego over doing the right thing.
Right.
And the crazy part about it is that she was the one who hauled her ass off to the hospital and was there with Megan. I just wish Kelsey had more fucking integrity and character than what she does. You are a woman. Now,
yeah, I didn't get that part with the whole Tory thing.
You might not be talking because you're the one who put the fucking trigger. You might not be talking because you might be the fucking assailant. But let's say she not the assailant. You are a woman. And at the end of the day, how you got more smoke, because you know what? I would respect Kelsey if she had equally the same fucking heat for Tory. Because you mad at motherfucking Megan over some Tory Lanez related shit, at the end of the day, he got just as much to do with hurting your ego. He got just as much to do with playing in your motherfucking face as Megan does. But yet, you only out here dissing her. You only out here slinging diss tracks at her. You only out here in her motherfucking comment section. You only out here checking for her. And just like a pick me ass bitch, you ain't got no heat for the nigga. Only got heat for the bitch in the situation.
But that's why I was saying about earlier, like how it's weird how at the end of the day, when a guy does something for some strange reason, the women always find a way to let him have his, like, you know what I mean? Like, just let him walk away, and they're just ripping each other's hairs off. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense, because at the end of the day, this is your best friend, regardless of the fact of money, like fame, all that. Take all that away, right? If you just put this shit in the hood, this right here would have caused some serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, because like that's your best friend, regardless at the end of the day. And this situation happened. You guys go to the hospital to get together. Like, I would think that, I really thought that they were going to stick together and just have their story together. Like, it's Megan, Kelsey versus him. But for her to like even have a moment where he could come up to her and even offer her anything to stay quiet, I feel like is a problem. Because maybe you guys were fucking or whatever, but that dude should have known the minute he did whatever he did, right? Supposedly, allegedly, that y'all wasn't gonna be fucking cool no more. Cause I'm telling you right now, I don't care how much me and my best friend fight. If somebody steps in between that, I don't give a damn. Like, you must have thought, I don't care if me and you smashed, hung out, whatever. Like, you thought I was about to step and be on your side about anything. Like, no, I'm always going to be 10 toes down with my people. Because at the end of the day, like, you come and go. But this right here has been here for years. Like, I'm not just going to drop my friend over no dick. Like, that's weird to me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, nowadays, girls don't have that loyalty. There's none of that right now. Like, they care about themselves. People are very selfish. And it just doesn't make any sense. Like, she cares about trying to be Megan now instead of actually being Megan's friend. And you could tell because after that, it was hanging out with all the people from Megan's old label, putting out pictures with them, like making it funny. Like, it's not funny. And that's why it was so easy for a lot of people to think that Megan's lying, because her best friend is hanging out with the same niggas that supposedly set her up in a situation that got her hurt. So if your best friend is hanging out with the same people that put you in that situation, who would believe you? Like, nah, ain't no way she got shot, because that's her best friend. How her best friend hanging out with the nigga that shot her? Still. That's how a lot of people think, because they don't use their common sense. Like, maybe she's just shiesty, but that's how a lot of people think. Like, why would her best friend... Like, I don't believe that. I feel like it casted a big doubt over a lot of people's, like, eyes over the situation. But I don't even know.
This is a deep ass situation because Kelsey and Tori is upset at Megan because she don't want to admit that she was fucking Tori after he done said that he was fucking the both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why Megan can't admit that is because her brand is hot girl and top bitch. And top bitches don't share dick. She is the la creme of the la creme.
Mm-hmm.
And if she actually had backdoored Kelsey, hot girl, and misprotect black women cannot admit that in the face of the climate that we in. She can't admit that because it goes against her brand. It goes against all of that. She can't admit that she backdoored another woman because, first of all, she's supposed to be the woman that niggas are supposed to leave who they with for her, not her backdooring her best friend and her assistant for a 4'11" ass nigga. Like, it just don't make sense. Now she's embarrassed and she can't admit to that part of the truth because it's going to disrupt everything that her image stands upon.
Right.
And then Kelsey is too fucking male identified, just like Nicki Minaj is, and she'd rather protect the toxic nigga in the situation and just has all this heat for the woman as which is a classic situation. And then Tori, I believe, is trying to play the middle because I believe that Tori feels guilty. I believe that he feels guilty for putting Kelsey and Megan in this situation. And even if Kelsey allegedly was the one who pulled the trigger, I believe he would attempt to, in some way, take the heat off of Kelsey. Because at the end of the day, he knows he's responsible for what took place. That this whole melee centered around him. So everybody got their back up against the wall in the situation. But at the end of the day, somebody was fucking shot.
Right.
And could have been killed, could have been fatally injured, could have been severely wounded, and this whole woman's career could have collapsed as a result. And somebody need to tell the fucking truth.
Yeah.
Now, it'd be ideal if all of them was to tell the fucking truth. Megan admit her end that she was on her bald-headed whole shit, being a narcissist, thinking that she didn't have to respect Kelsey because Kelsey ain't nothing but personal assistant pussy. She ain't nothing but everyday woman pussy. And Megan just feel entitled to niggas because of who she is. Because, you know, she is a top bitch in the situation. She feel like she ain't gotta ask nobody permission. She ain't gotta whatever. Her ego let her get her caught up. And then Kelsey feeling inferior to that. She already the damn woman's assistant. I mean, you know, that already is gonna play on your fucking ego. But then on top of that, this woman who you being an assistant for and you're a good girlfriend to slides on your man. I mean, I can imagine the ego death that Kelsey experienced. I understand Kelsey's situation emotionally because most people would be inflamed. Most people would, you know, girl, like, I'm ready to put some hands and feet on your motherfucking ass. Like, the disrespect is at an all-time fucking high. Like, you know, like, bitch, I'm doing your homework. I'm working for you. You already take up all the space in the friendship because you the star, you the celebrity. It's always about you, etc. And I can't even have half a piece of man, girl. He literally is half of a man, girl.
Right.
He's 3'7", bitch. He's literally half of a nigga, and you can't even let me have half of a nigga, bitch. I can't even have half a man. Okay, so I know that Kelsey just probably lost her motherfucking mind. Okay, because the white folk in the Calabasas neighborhood was talking about it was all this niggerment going on outside. That it was all this fucking arguing and screaming, and it was women in the back seat fighting. That, I mean, it was all type of shit.
Right. Like nobody's story makes sense because
now both
the neighbors
Kelsey,
don't make sense.
Now both Kelsey and Nicole What Kelsey and Megan have in common is they both have egos. Neither one of them really want to admit that they was fighting over a nigga because they both feel like that devalues their pussy.
Right.
So neither one of them don't want to quite really put their teeth into that narrative, even though that's exactly what the fuck happened. Y'all were fighting over niggas, but because y'all both feel like y'all are the baddest of bitches, y'all feel personally insulted and embarrassed that the baddest bitches were fighting over half of a motherfucking nigga. So Kelsey can't really co-sign that narrative, and Megan knows it, which is why Megan felt comfortable being like, nigga, Tori, you trying to put out this narrative that me and Kelsey was fighting over a nigga, even though that is what the fuck happened. Nigga, you shot me. Girl, y'all was fighting over a nigga, period.
Yeah.
And the only person who done told a little bit more of the truth is Tori, by saying, look, I was fucking both of these women. And you know, like I did this, my fucking bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then this is the thing, like what I said about withholding truth and all that stuff when it comes to Megan and whatever. Like, people already felt like she fibbed the first time when she tried to cover up for him, when we all understood why, because the climate was really, really bad at that time, right? So we all understood, okay, yeah, you fibbed because of the whole, you know, George Floyd, blah, 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 whatever. But now, after Tori comes out and says, like, you know, he was sleeping with you and your best friend, and you go and you sit across from Gail, and Gail asks you point blank to your face, and you can't even look her straight in the eyes and say, like, that pause and that looking around and then saying like no, that I just was like, girl, like, I really pray and hope that this right here is the truth that you're speaking, because if it comes back out again that you're lying again, right? Then what's the excuse this time? What's going to be the excuse this time on why you withheld the truth? Because what's the big fucking deal that you slept with little man? As a girl that's 5'9", right? Like, I'm 5'9.5", okay? Like, most people that we date are shorter than us regardless anyway. Like, Party probably one of the few that she dated that was bigger than her. So it's like, what was the deal at that point for you to not say like yes, or like, yeah, we did have a situation? Because I feel like that would have ended up being able to clear a lot on Meg's part. But instead it's like, oh no, like that didn't happen. It's like, girl, I just hope that part was not a lie again, because you know how people are. Like, first time, yeah, we let you slide because we get it. It made sense. But this time, if that comes out to be a lie, Father, I think that's gonna shatter her whole thing. Like, okay, girl, like, you're just a liar. And plus, yeah, and that too, like, she drunk a lot. And back then, she drunk even more than now. You notice she slowed the hell down, at least for what we could see. Because we barely see her anymore. But from what we could see, she's not as, like, loose. Like, not loose, but she's more lucid
Megan?
now. Yeah. Because remember before, like, Megan used to be tipsy pretty much every time you see her.
Yeah.
Every time you see her.
Well, Megan says that she got trust issues now. She's traumatized. She's not really her full self anymore. That, you know, she's kind of a recluse, and, you know, she has a bitter taste in her mouth toward the general public. And then it was like what happened to her, and then it was seeing the public's reaction and how the public turned against her was even more like.
And celebrities.
Yeah. And yeah, so Miss Boutique, I think, had asked me how I feel about a lot of celebrities unfollowing Megan after the shooting. I think it just goes to show how male identified and patriarchal the system is. And I think that it's weird that people keep saying she lied. Megan admitted she lied. You know she lied because she admitted she lied. We didn't catch her when I lied. She said she lied. She said why she lied. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that the reasons for her lying to police initially and lying to the
Was valid.
medical examiners at the time was completely reasonable. I mean, I don't know what's difficult about, like, first of all, we're black. We know that black people don't even be trying to have that level of proximity to the police. We won't even be trying to call the police. Matter of fact,
We don't.
they didn't even call the police. It was the
Somebody else,
it was
a
the
white person.
neighbors. It was the folk in the neighborhood who called the fucking police. We
Right.
get to hauling ass when police get to pulling up. We don't even vote the police like that. On top of that,
You would go all the way to a different
imagine
hospital across town and then lie and tell them a whole different story just to make sure everybody get what they need to get, but then don't say nothing. Nobody know nothing.
on top of that, we already don't fuck with police, and then not fucking with police and living in this thick ass climate of police brutality. And like Megan said, the George Floyd situation had just fucking happened. And this climate was terrifying. Could you imagine already being black, not fucking with the police? You probably wouldn't even call the police yourself if some shit went down. You probably just deal with it how we deal with what we deal with. But then something happens and you already don't fuck with the police, and then you got helicopters. You have 8 patrol cars pulling up. You have high beams hovering over you. Officers have drawn their fucking weapons. It's all niggas in the vehicle.
And there's a gun.
Have been shot. Bullet fragments and shells are on the fucking ground. Like, I don't understand, how is that a difficult concept to accept that she had a good fucking reason to lie about the incident, to say that she stepped on glass, that she stepped on rocks, that she hurt herself at a party, etc. Blah 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 blah. This is not rocket science. It's just like it's just like they want her to be lying. Like and I don't know why, because I don't know who the fuck Tory Lanez is supposed to be to protect. And that's another gag. That was the most, and this is why I said what I said in the beginning of this commentary about Megan Thee Stallion is living proof that black women are not protected, because you got a man who has a history. He already has a criminal history. He has a history of altercations, a history of beating up on niggas, a history of shooting, lying. Remember that whole colorism shit he tried to pull, where he was acting like he was choosing black model over the dark skin model over the light skin model, then come to find out that shit was a whole fucking publicity fucking stunt. Like, this nigga is known to be a liar. Like, he's known to be fucking abusive. Like, so why? So how does Tory get the credit and Megan is the one who is like clear about what she lied and why she lied and what she lied about? And then there's no attention, and then the public is willing to unfollow Megan, but y'all not applying no fucking heat to Tory. Y'all not applying no fucking heat to Kelsey. Y'all not applying no fucking heat to EJ, who were all living witnesses of what happened, and none of them folk are talking. How are those people not more dark-sided and demonic than Megan is? How are the people who know what happened that night and who know who put the trigger not more fucked up in the situation than Megan is?
Because she's screaming and hollering, and I feel like when a woman is usually doing that, that's somebody that's really trying to get help, and there's nobody around her that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no protection, and you can tell, like, and I feel extra bad for her because, like, she doesn't have, like, it's one thing to have family that or whatever, but not to have your parents or a parent to be there to kind of, like, even not to say fight her battle for her, but just to be able to, like, lean back on and come to, and, like, you know what I mean? Like, because that's a lot of pressure, and she's just, like, screaming out, like, and you could tell that she's trying to, like, she's scrambling. And sometimes when you're scrambling and you don't have that nobody to, like, come to that is clear-minded, older, that can tell you, like, listen, sit down, let's figure out what to do, that or whatever, like, you're gonna just be able to say whatever that comes out first. You know what I mean? Like, her interviews, even when she was going on live, like, you could tell that she's trying to not convince us, but, like, she realized she messed up by withholding the truth the first time. So she's just trying to like let it all out now, and nobody's trying to hear it. And she's just like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to be like, in this world, the victim's supposed to be the one that we listen to. I thought that they're guilty in the eyes of people before they're proven innocent. Like, honestly. But now people are really choosing to side with evil in a way and just wait it out. And it's like, wait, what? First of all, Tory Lanez is an independent artist. I was like, this man don't got no big old backing, nothing. Like, what about Tory Lanez is making this situation like he's protected? Like, what is it? Like, I just don't get it. Like, was this just a way to initiate Megan, try to like embarrass her, or like, you know what I mean? Like, put her through some type of testing? Like, what is this? Like, I just don't get it. And then the fact that the poor girl has to keep trying to like reach out and try to like do different things, do an interview here, do an interview there, but because she didn't cry and the tear didn't fall fast enough from her eye, like, you got people that are other women, right? Even then sit and drop a tear. Like, it's like, wait, what? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, wait, since when do we not, like, she's the victim, right? She's the one that got shot. Like, she literally had a bullet hole in her. Like, why are we sitting here, like, acting as if, like, the doctors didn't say she did have a bullet hole in her once they actually got a chance? Because when she first came in, she just said it was glass. That's word of mouth.
It's so many because the court of public opinion is dumb, and they need, like, literalism, and they need every single...
Hold on, Father. Right. What am I talking about? Rewind. If you didn't understand what the fuck I'm talking about, rewind. Because I was very clear. But go ahead.
Because the court of public opinion is so stupid, and they need literalism, and they need everything to be stuck together like fucking glue. It's because, oh, well, she lied. She said one thing later, but then she said this initially, and then it's the fact that she said, and then it's the semantics. Well, she said she was shot, but it was only fragments, and then it's the fact that the fragments that were retrieved from her foot, for whatever reason, disappeared, and they cannot find the fragments. So the fragments weren't able to be admitted. And so, and the court of public opinion, these motherfuckers are fragile. Like, they can't deal with all of that anomaly without then just doing the easiest thing, which is say, okay, well, bitch, she lied. Instead of just continuing to be critical and to be analytical and to still look at all sides, the court of public opinion gets hung up on these little, like, interruptions, and then they get frustrated because they just want shit to just come to a conclusion, and they be so desperate to understand what the fuck is happening that they just go ahead and choose a fucking narrative. They just go ahead and choose a fucking narrative, and that's what they've done. But in lieu of what you were saying about her being the victim, and hey, Perk, welcome to the platform, I want to get into Miss Lane's and some of her bullshit prior to the Megan Thee Stallion shooting, and this is courtesy of Nia.com. Tory Lanez's connection to inciting violence is not new. At a concert on March 26th of 2016 in Midland, Texas, Tory got embroiled in a conflict with security and then told the crowd to fuck this place up, as per a TMZ report. Not just that, it soon led to a riot, and cops had to intervene, which led them to shut the show down. A video was also made public from the venue where people could be seen throwing chairs and hurling objects at each other. And the Say It singer said, quote, "Everybody come closer, bitch ass security." Multiple people were arrested that night, and the venue promoters considered taking legal action against Tory. But not just that, his feud with Drake had been going on since 2010. As per an XXL magazine report, it started when Tory challenged people to listen to Drake's music for a bet of $10,000 to be paid if they didn't enjoy it. 5 years later, Tory named his mixtape New Toronto, and it was considered a sly dig at the rapper, who is credited with popularizing the Toronto sound in the music industry. Meanwhile, Drake clapped back with the lyrics of Summer 16 that went, quote, "All you boys in the New Toronto want to be me. A little all your exes know I like my O's with a V in the middle." In 2017, Drake officially ended their beef with an Instagram post that read, "The city needs more of this and less of that. Tory hasn't had the best relationship with Travis Scott either. In 2016, when fans briefly suggested that Tory sounds like Scott, he replied, "I can't sound like somebody I wrote for." The two rappers then confronted each other on a tour bus at a 2016 Mala Luna festival in San Antonio, Texas. A viral video showcased their heated argument where Tory said, quote, "I said what I said. If you felt the way and you want to handle the way you want to handle it." After that incident, their animosity is said to have ended. If that wasn't enough, several tracks from him take a dig at his fellow rappers. Tory and Eric Bellinger clashed address the matter on the track Hate to Say and Yikes, respectfully. Eric went one step ahead when he put out a music video for the track where he digs a grave for Tory. Meanwhile, the same report says that Don Q accused Tory of stealing his rhymes on a Hot 97 freestyle. Tory countered on the track Don Queen, and the battle continued with Don Q's follow-up, This Is Your King. Not just that, Dream Doll was irked with her mention in his diss track Don Queen and went on to lash at him in her On Your Head track. With these reports and allegations, it's clear that Tory is a problem child, and several internet users are hell-bent to cancel the star. And also remember his beef with a Prince. Remember he punched Prince in the fucking face? And that video is also online. He had confronted Prince from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood at a club, and he walked up to him and began punching his ass and throwing fists and shit at his ass.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it's just over.
And everybody thought it was funny.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's just like that is what gets me. Fucking Minaj. Hey, Perk. Welcome to the platform, and Mary, Kurt, what are your thoughts?
To me, this all just goes to show just how rampant the male worship.
Your background is washing you out.
If you have a
fan
on.
Okay now?
Yes.
Okay. It was the headphones off season. To me, this just goes to show that how much male worship is in the community, to the point where after all the stuff that you just listed, people are still denying this woman her humanity. And it's been like that Black women are denied humanity. People refuse to recognize that Black women can be victims. And no, she doesn't have to do anything to be a victim. Most victims aren't doing things to become victims. So the whole narrative of acting like, well, she deserved it because she was out there dealing with Tory, and that's neither here nor there. This woman's life could have had a tragic end to it, because bullets have no names, and you're not guaranteed that, especially where she was being shot at, around in that location. In that location, there's a major blood vessel artery. Artery that if it gets hit, that's it. So we're acting like it's not a big deal when it really is a big deal. And it's sad to see that everybody wants to poke holes in her story. But what's there to poke a hole into? They literally have medical records showing that this woman was shot. And I'm in agreement with you, CTV. I actually believe it was Kelsey that did it. Allegedly. But with all the heat and all the venom that's coming from this woman, I'm pretty sure it was her that did it.
Jeez, let me put them out allegedly.
Yeah.
But no, I'm with you because I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's, I feel like she's incriminating herself by continuing. It's like you claiming you weren't bothered, you ain't gonna say shit, then don't say shit. You claim that you'll save it for trial, Save it for fucking trial. Like, what really is all of this about? And like, who really gives a fuck about Megan's? Like, so here's the thing, right? So someone was saying earlier in the comment section that because Megan did keep quiet until Tory Lanez camp started trying to get ahead of the narrative. I guess because Megan had shut down emotionally and she wasn't communicating with anybody from that night, including Kelsey. She wasn't answering her phone for anybody. And of course, she just experienced trauma. She just experienced betrayal, etc. Whatever it was, she's going through it emotionally. Of course, you know, she ain't fucking with nobody from that night. I guess they didn't then know which direction Megan was going to go. So I think his camp started to get nervous. Like, okay, we don't know whether she's sitting over there and she plans on speaking. We don't know what, you know, how she plans, what the trajectory is because she's not communicating. So they started trying to get ahead of it. And then that's when Megan finally jumped in there and spoke. And to people's narrative that, like, I forgot what the fuck I was going with that. But nonetheless, so that gets messy. And then people are also saying that Kelsey is upset because Megan stopped answering her phone. And it's just like, yo, she was shot. And yeah, boo, like y'all were having a confrontation related to the incident as well. Like it wasn't like you was just solely I don't believe that Kelsey and Megan were on good terms in that vehicle because all of the report that there was an altercation, and Megan, and there was multiple altercations prior to the shooting. They had stopped the car twice prior to the final stop, where Megan kept getting out of the car because she didn't want to deal with the bullshit. And that was reported by police. And then there was these witness testimonies. And so I don't believe that Megan and Kelsey were on the same page. So why Kelsey would expect Megan to be answering the phone and being chummy after, even if Megan was wrong, even if Kelsey was in the right technically for confronting Megan, because she now trying to figure out why you pressed about my man not leaving Kylie Jenner's house just because you ready to go, and this ain't even your nigga. This ain't even your nigga. This is my nigga. Why are you upset? Why are you trying to get him to the house? Why you can't leave the house without him? This ain't even your nigga because
Come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first.
so Kelsey was mighty motherfucking pressed. She was mighty motherfucking pressed, and even if she had a right to confront Megan because the math wasn't mathing, it was just like, yo, the girl was shot, whether she was a Jezebel, whether she was a snake friend, whether you just found out that what's really been going on and the shit is hitting the fan. At the end of the day, there was a confrontation. The girl was shot in her feet. She was shot at, okay? And she was injured by the residual impact of the bullets. Like, and I know this is a difficult situation, but I'm just like, yo, when somebody ends up hurt, that's when any like healthy person puts their own personal shit aside. It's like if Megan just would have got out of that car that night and reports would have came out that something transpired between Megan and Tory and all of that, I can understand Kelsey's energy. But I'm just like, this girl got shot. I'm sorry. Blood exited her body. That's a problem. And you would rather prioritize whatever the shit is with her over standing in the gap as a bitch who's also holding Megan accountable for girl code. But what you think you doing by leaving her out the win, especially at the hands of a nigga, if you weren't the one who pulled the trigger? This is literally the complete opposite of girl code. Girl code really is birthed out of not having space and camaraderie and solidarity and protection in men's community. So women take it upon themselves to build attention around themselves. So you holding her accountable for girl code, but then doubling the fuck down on leaving her out to blow is wild to me. And you spiritual. I'm somebody who has a conscience. I can't imagine what it's like to be Kelsey. I can't imagine what it's like to be EJ. I can't imagine really what it's like to be Tory either, because I'm just like, well, Tory aside, because a guilty motherfucker is gonna fight to not have consequences applied to them, even though you should be honest enough to fucking be accountable for what the fuck you do. But everybody else in that situation, the people who didn't pull the trigger, like, I don't understand how they don't have enough of a conscience. I don't know how they can sleep well with themselves. I don't know how they can somehow rationalize making this Megan's fault. Like, oh, you know, she's the reason for all this anyway. She was fucking Tory behind Kelsey back. If that would have never happened, then Kelsey would have never, and then Tory would have never, and then this would have never. I can only imagine the way that they're rationalizing this inside of themselves to numb themselves to the fucking truth. Like, oh, well, you know, she stopped answering the phone. She abandoned us. She didn't want shit to do with us after this incident. We was all supposed to be on this. It's just like, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And at the end of the day, it's not Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory. It's the state versus Tory. So why all this heat for Megan? As if she's the one filing charges. As if she's the one who's taking up this issue with Tory on a you know, like, directly, you know. But she did get triggered up when the narrative got put out, a narrative that didn't sit right with her, a narrative that didn't sit right with her, you know. And as far as she's concerned, he did pull the trigger. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I kind of believe that Megan, if Kelsey allegedly did this, I can still see Megan Thee Stallion trying to pick this on Tory, because I also think that her getting her ass whooped and her ass getting chin checked like this by another woman also destroys her brand. I think that even if Megan knows and she saw Kelsey that night with the gun, that for the sake of her brand and her public image, she still would have rolled the dice on Tory. Maybe because that's out of her commitment to the girl code, hell. And or I just feel like Megan has too much of an ego to admit that a bitch shot her. That a chick shot her. And the reasons for the shooting also further incriminate her. So I feel like she can't even touch the Kelsey shit because it incriminates her too much. It
shows her narcissism.
Yeah, it shows her narcissism. It shows her unfaithfulness. It shows just how gutter and low down and grimy and dirty she is, that she could do this to someone as close as Chelsea was to her. And then on top of that, you get shot by this woman. Like, Megan is supposed to be the baddest bitch in this situation. She's not the one who ends up fucked up at the hands of another woman. She is the Tina Snow. So I think it ain't no telling what the fuck is really the truth here. I'm interested to see what plays out, but what you were saying is very true as well. I feel like it's like multiple realities happening out of this situation. Like, we're seeing a Black woman not protected. We're also possibly looking at Black women not protecting each other, aka Kelsey knows who harmed her ex-friend and her ex-boss and ain't saying shit. We also see how male-identified the community is, because they would rather take the word of a man whose history in the industry is reeked with beef and assault and contention. Matter of fact, let me go ahead before I get to Mary and read this article from Hip Hop DX. Tory Lanez lawyer drops him in battle with Love and Hip Hop star over alleged nightclub assault. And this was 2022. Tory Lanez lawyer will no longer be representing him in his ongoing legal battle against Love and Hip Hop Miami star Christopher Michael Hardy, aka Prince. Lanez lawyer Christopher Els filed a motion on Wednesday, August 24th of 2022, asking the court for permission to stop representing the Toronto rapper, citing irreconcilable differences which cannot be resolved. In the court documents obtained by Radar Online, the attorney wrote he is unable to effectively represent Lanez and told the court it was in the best interest of both parties for him to leave. The judge reportedly signed off on the request. The lawsuit involves a 2019 incident that went down at Live Miami, in which Tory Lanez allegedly assaulted Prince while inside the nightclub. The police report said that the TV personality was approached by Lanez inside the nightclub when the rapper struck him. Prince then claimed a Tory Lanez employee assaulted him again in 2020 inside Club Vadome in South Beach, Florida. In that police report, Prince claimed Lanez and his entourage approached him around 4 a.m. on May 3rd and struck him on the left side of his face. The punch from the employee was apparently so fierce it left his face swollen and required medical attention. Quote, immediately after punching Prince in the face, Tory's employee or agent fled and attempted to enter Tory's vehicle, the suit read. However, Tory yelled at the agent employee and instructed him to leave the premises in a separate vehicle. A rep for Lanez denied assaulting Prince to TMZ and said Fargo wasn't anywhere near the reality TV star that evening, noting he was just obsessed. The rep noted there was also no video footage or witnesses to corroborate Prince's story. Lanez had previously asked the judge to dismiss the case, citing self-defense. Quote, a person is justified in using or threatening to use force against another when and to the extent that the person reasonably believes that such conduct is necessary to defend himself or another against the other's imminent use of unlawful force, the Six-Tape rapper wrote in his claim to the judge. The suit seeks unspecified damages for the alleged physical, psychological, and mental distress from blunt force trauma to his neck, chest, and back. Tory Lanez is also still facing criminal charges for allegedly shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot in 2020. In July, Lanez's lawyers asked the trial start date of September 14th be pushed back, citing potential conflicts due to unrelated case involving Megan. It remains unclear whether the request will be granted, with the judge claiming it was too premature to delay the trial. So this man is caught up in civil suits and criminal suits and fucking lawsuits, done put his hands on other motherfucking people, and yet once again all this heat from motherfucking Megan. Mary, welcome to the platform, darling. Can you hear me? And what are your thoughts on Kelsey and Megan's recent blow up?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. You got some static in your phone.
Okay, hold on. Okay, how about now?
It's still static, boo. Are you talking with an earpiece or some type of a
Hold on.
like a headset or something?
I'm not talking with the earpiece
And while Mary,
anymore.
oh, okay, it's sounding real bad.
Okay, let me come back out. Let me come out and come back in.
Okay. And while we waiting on Mary, Carla, the bullet fragments were not found, but there is a whole medical report. The doctors confirmed that they pulled fragments. They have pictures, they have photographs, and they have a whole medical exam that's documented. So we know the fragments existed. We know fragments were actually pulled from her foot. The actual fragments somehow disappeared. Nobody knows where they are or who has them, but we do know that fragments were in her foot. And the medical exam we have already read over. There were multiple medical examinations and photographs, and once again, testimonials from the surgeons themselves. So, like, that was in fact the whole thing. And I want to welcome my boo, TV. What's going on? I see you just got in here signing off on the sounding off in the chat. What's going on? Can you hear me? Are you mute? You gotta unmute. I think you are on mute, boo. You gotta unmute yourself.
I am. Hey, family.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, I'm gonna be really quick. I'm at work. I'm gonna be really, really quick, right? Okay, so In the beginning, I did feel for Meg because once again, we know how the hypocrisy of the misogyny of black men is, and I was like, damn, not this girl gets shot by Tory Lanez, right? You done said a lot, so I'm gonna just go right into. I'm gonna say if I can get out of here real quick. The thing with Megan is she has a background with putting her hands on niggas too. So Tory got his own dirt. She has dirt too. One of the first couple of lives she did when all this came out and she was playing herself, she had a story where she admitted she put her hands on her ex-boyfriend because he cheated. She called the cops on him, and he put his hands on her, and then said, "Oh, I'm not gonna send him to jail because as a black man." So you have a history of putting your hands on niggas, and then Jason Lee, like I think it was last year or a year, like a year and a half ago, whenever the hell that he had his little party, he said that he caught Megan getting drunk and throwing hands on EJ, or did to throw hands on EJ. So it's like, girl, you have a history of putting your hands on niggas.
Hold on. Jason Lee reported that Megan Lee was trying to throw hands on EJ.
Yes. Okay.
When on that night?
No, not the night.
Oh, okay.
Not night. But he threw an event that Megan was at, and they said Megan got drunk because she was hanging out with Carisha and JT, and they got into a little dispute, and then Megan tried to throw hands on EJ. So you have a history of throwing your hands on black men.
But Jason Lee also has a history of lying. Like he just lied on the Queen and all type of shit. So I mean,
girl,
like,
we know
his I mean, I mean.
No, I agree with you. But I think EJ came out and said told his side of the story too. So if I can find it out, I'll send it to you. But yeah, there's this history of it. So I mean, Megan, girl, you got everything against you. You kept changing your story. That's the first thing everybody was like, "What the hell going on with this girl?" And then Kelsey's been in the background, not saying nothing because I think she knows just as much as everybody else does that she plays a part in this case. And I don't know if we're gonna say allegedly that if she did shoot Megan, even defended Tory over that seems weird because that seems to be your only real friend. Because you changed friends like underwear, and then you looked at her as a pass around. You claim you have sex with everybody. Cause she with who's she in bed with? What's that nigga name? G-Eazy. You was hanging out with Moneybag Yo, Tory Lanez, the baby, all these misogyny ass niggas, and you talking about you don't think that you doing this and the third? Like, come on, girl. You Miss 3 Grammy Award winner, and you got 2 shots. You got shot to you ate that shit. Like Megan. For you to be under Beyonce and Jay-Z, you can't be better than that, girl.
Though, nobody is reporting that Megan put hands on Tory. Out of all the things that are being said, none of them are saying that Megan was physically aggressive toward anybody.
Then that's what I'm saying. So she wasn't. Only thing they said she probably got aggressive was like physical, vocally aggressive, verbally. But yeah,
and they all were apparently.
And then Kelsey beat her ass. So I mean, yeah, she's still mad about that too.
Oh my god. Okay. So what are you saying then about this whole incident? What do you think is going on here with all the parties? Who do you think did what? How is it all like? Connect all the dots if you can.
Okay, yeah. Before I go, let me check the dots. So they're saying that Kelsey had more of her hands on the gun than Tory did allegedly, but she said she didn't shoot him.
Right. Even though the reports say that there's more gunpowder residue that was
on him. We're still not adding the fact that the security guard that was in the car with them, because that man he disappeared in the whole scene. We got a witness statement that for sure knew that them two got to a fight, so we had that had to happen. Casey made it very clear that she had sex with Tory first, so you wasn't you was the background dancer on that D. So,
but wasn't it reported too that they were having like threesomes in group situations too? That there was like a little.
That was a rumor.
That's a rumor. I didn't hear that.
Okay, because I was hearing that rumor.
I mean, honestly, I think it was Kelsey. Either that or the guns went off when it was something over. I mean, it said there was more than one fingerprint on that gun. So I mean, I don't think nobody actually.
So even though Megan told Gayle King that she wasn't fucking Tory, you do believe that was a lie.
Oh, girl, please. Conscious, please. Conscious, please.
I mean, like, do you think it was semantics? Maybe they didn't actually have penetration sex. Maybe it was only oral. Maybe they never like went the full For distance. So it was a semantic thing. Like, okay, you asking me, do we have sex? No, not sex. We didn't.
Conscious. The only time I've ever been crazy over a nigga is when there's penetration. All sex can mean you can want to shoot a bitch. It's not
But you
gonna
know
happen
what
like
seems
that.
to be funny? It doesn't seem like Megan was crazy over Tory. What it feels like to me is Megan was triggered over Chelsea having the unmitigated audacity to check her about Tory.
I can agree with that. Yes, I can agree with that. Yes, because it's like, girl, you was my best friend, but you also a secretary, and you smashing my nigga. Yeah, I can see that.
And Megan is just like, girl, I don't owe you no explanation. You the help. You the water girl. I don't owe you no explanation. I don't have to ask you for permission to be with no nigga. If your nigga want to be with me, and I want to be with him, or if I want to sample him, I can. Like I'm the Tina Snow in the situation. Like, who are you for me to need to be faithful to? I can see Megan being like arrogant enough to be like that. I can see. I think all celebrities probably have a level of narcissism that they operate in, and a level of entitlement in terms of how they see themselves versus their proximity to like regular people. And then just I don't know, like, because her brand is also very like, you know, my pussy and my body and my everything. I mean, just like all rap, whether it's male or female, it all gives narcissism. They all like self-glorify themselves and think they're the best, think they're the baddest. Just, you know, fuck me, pay me, fuck you, bitch, fuck you, nigga. Like, it's all about fuck niggas, fuck bitches. And so I'm just like, how much of that shit really is a part of their politics? Because it seemed like in this case, Megan, you know, I don't know, you know, maybe she's really a sweet girl in real life and her music is completely unrelated to the way she really shows up, or maybe, you know, her music is a reflection of the way that she truly does see herself. And I can see Megan getting triggered up by Kelsey confronting her in that car over a nigga that ain't even worth it to Megan. So she's like, first of all, bitch, you the help, and then he ain't even that deep to me. So fuck you both. And then, you know, gunpowder comes next.
Right.
Yeah, for Dushi that said that, yeah, it makes no sense how the bullet fragments. See, if bullet fragments never got lost, I thought they would have more to use with Megan, but because they went missing, it just has so much shit in the back where we can't even decide what we want to believe or not. Because how they go missing is my question.
Yeah. Hot mess. Well, I know you gotta go.
Yeah, we'll come and chime in real quick. I love y'all. I'm taking the show.
I love you too, and thank you for coming up, boo.
No problem, boo.
Mary, I see you back, boo. Is everything good with the sound?
You tell me. How do I sound?
Okay, yes. You sound
solid. Good.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me up, CTV.
No problem.
I actually wanted to talk about what you were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I thought it's still up.
You good. You fine. The Consciouztv members are parents and mothers and everything, so I get it. And while you're waiting on Mary, can you guys thumbs up the video, girl? This helps with algorithms, so make sure y'all are thumbing up the stream, okay? This is how we grow the kingdom over here.
So yeah, I wanted to talk about what you were saying about what they were saying, and because I am kind of still waiting. A part of me is still waiting to see, you know, his defense and whatnot. Because you would, you know, obviously his attorney isn't gonna, or he's not gonna be talking. He has a gag order, but on top of that, I don't think it's like customary for like defendants to be talking about their whole, you know, defense or whatever. But I did see someone in the comments say something about how his attorney destroyed her story, and I'm like, when? So basically, I just really wanted to talk about like what they weren't saying or what they haven't said. And with Kelsey bringing up, you know, the whole, you know, girl code situation, she was just purely trying to ruin Megan's reputation. And then with Tory, it's like, what has he really said? Like, you know what I mean? He hasn't said anything. It's just, it smells of guilt. Like, you know what I mean? Because they don't. I just feel like innocent people talk. You know what I mean? And would say something. Would say like that nobody's accused Megan of doing anything to herself.
Right.
It's like the only thing that they have on Megan is the fact that she allegedly, you know, slept with Tory when Kelsey already had him. So.
Right. All that everybody is saying is that they ain't do it. They ain't saying nothing happened. They just saying I ain't do it.
Exactly.
Tory is saying I ain't do it. Kelsey saying I ain't do it, and the chauffeur.
And that stinks. It's like, come on now, like that
So
can't
now
be
we know two people are definitely lying. I mean, one out of the two people are definitely lying. Somebody is, in fact, a fucking liar.
Right.
Period.
Because ain't neither one of them saying nothing happened or she did it to herself, like you said. So one out of the three individuals, somebody is fucking lying.
Right. It's like we try to. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good, Luke? Go ahead.
We try to pick apart Megan's story, but this is the only story we have. Like, let's be honest. Yeah, I'll be right back, honey. Let's be honest. She's the only one talking, and that's kind of what innocent people do. I mean, she is innocent. She's the victim.
Right.
And I'm sorry. I just feel like,
And the only reason that
maybe
Kelsey don't think she is because she fucked her man, allegedly. So as far as Kelsey's concerned, Megan ain't a victim, but she's making the wrong thing the victim. It's like, yeah, she might be guilty for doing that if that's in fact what she did, but she is the victim in terms of somebody pulling out a gun on her ass.
But see, that's why, with you saying that, that's why I can believe that Kelsey is more involved than, that's why it's kind of scary to know that Tori's the only defendant, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, is this like, how well of a job has the state done? Or, is there cameras? Because you know how they have cameras, like they took, especially in Arizona, they had a law where they took down like the red light cameras. They have them somewhere, but not everywhere anymore. But like they still have cameras on the light, poles, and I'm feeling like they might. I mean, they were in California, so they probably have them there too. I mean, it's just like I feel like the government sees a lot of stuff, especially when it happens on a public street. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where they're claiming that there is like door cam footage as well from the neighborhood that this all happened in. And I don't know how much progress they've made on retrieving that footage, or whether the cameras on the doors were actually active or recorded or whatever. But I do remember reading that they were trying to retrieve door cam footage from like the houses that were surrounding this incident. And Carla, she's not the only one allowed to talk. Kelsey is allowed to talk, and the chauffeur is allowed to talk. And Tory has been talking. He's been talking through his music. That's why we know that. Right. And we have his apology. There's recorded audio. We have his text messages of him apologizing. He didn't say why, but he did clarify his music what he was apologizing for. He wasn't apologizing for shooting her, according to him. He apologized because he was sexting them both, and he put them both in this predicament as friends. And he's also saying he didn't do it. So yeah,
for her to say that she doesn't believe that he said dance bitch dance, he doesn't believe that what does she believe? It's like people say so much shit like against Megan, but you don't even believe, you don't have no story either.
I think you got static in your phone again, boo.
Sorry. Okay. I think it was just me raising my voice. I don't know, but
it's still static and bad.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get down. Thank you for having me up.
Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Oh,
you too.
I wish her audio would have been going good, but yeah, I agree. This is a crazy ass situation. I wish that the goddamn courts would make all their motherfucking ass have to testify. I wish that nobody had to have a goddamn choice. Everybody was brought into the shit. Everybody ass had to take a lie detector test. Everybody ass was cross-examined. I have never seen something just play out this long. I would imagine for Megan that this is definitely like slowing down her ability to heal the wound because it's still actively ongoing and there hasn't been any proper closure brought to the situation, and because there's a trial and there's conversation still happening and all of this, that she can't even really close it off because it's still actively a thing like 3 years later. So my heart really goes out to Megan. I don't believe that Megan is completely innocent in terms of innocent, but I mean, she's clearly a fucking victim. And it's just really wild that the people around her know who did this and nobody's saying anything. They're saying everything else. They're certainly saying, but you can't say who the fuck shot her. Tory can say everything. He can say, I was fucking two best friends. I'm sorry for fucking two best friends. I ain't do it, but won't say who will. And then the chauffeur ain't nowhere to be around. Everybody using their fucking mouth, but nobody is using it to say who did it. Nobody. Bullshit. We're gonna wrap up though. Any lasting words, Perk and Justnaya, on Kelsey and Matt?
Honestly, I'm ready for the court case and for things to just get clarified, because at this point it's just draining. It's really dumb. It keeps going back in a circle. It's like every couple months or every couple weeks, Kelsey wants some type of attention. So somehow, some way, like there's shade that's being thrown and all this extra stuff. So it's like I'm just ready for the truth to come out so this girl could get some peace. Because I feel like I said, once the truth comes out, a lot of people will feel stupid, and it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, daughter. I'm gonna bid you a good night until later today.
Okay.
Thank you for being here, love.
No problem. Love
Herb,
you.
Yes.
love you too, boo. Any final thoughts?
Yeah. I feel sorry for Meg the Stallion, like you said, because I was in a similar situation. What happened in my situation, I was actually returning my niece and nephew back home. It was a case of mistaken identity. There was a whole fiasco that was going on that street before I got there, and of course, I was unaware of that. And the whoever they were going after had a car that looked like mine, and they thought I was the person they were after. Wow. And they shot out the back glass of my car.
My God.
And I was so angry for so long because that's where my niece and nephew were sitting.
Wow.
And I was angry. So knowing what it was like, and that's without me being shot. So knowing what that experience was like for me and how traumatizing it was for me and how much anger you have to deal with, because there's a part of you that wants to get to the person that violated you.
Yeah.
I understand why she didn't want nothing to do with them, because like not only was it about somebody that she had been in contact with, that she was seeing on a regular, did this to her. And that's a hard pill to swallow. So
Absolutely.
I would be glad to see for her to be able to finally get this over and done with so she can start to move on. Because with it being so active, it's hard to escape it. Your mind wants to escape it, but you're constantly seeing things being brought up about it. And for her, with her being a celebrity, there's really not anywhere that she can really go in order to just get away from all of this crap that's surrounding her. So yeah, she's going to be reclusive because that's basically like the only thing that she really has that she can do at this point. So even with all the stuff that she may have contributed to it, there's I still have empathy for her because I can understand the trauma of it all.
Absolutely. No, I don't give a fuck what she did. Nobody deserves to be physically assaulted over having sex with someone else. Like, if you got to walk away with your health, so should Megan Thee Stallion. Like, have a grievance. Don't fuck with her. Walk away from their relationship. Chop it up. Throw it away like a normal, functional human being does. You don't have to fucking right to pull a gun out on someone, or nobody deserves to be physically injured over offending you. I mean, it's just, you know, it's a false equivalency. I mean, is that really the way that we're going to handle every fucking offense? Is every time that a motherfucker does you wrong, lie on you, waste your time, that what we just gonna pull out guns and just start blowing holes in motherfucker? That's not the type of society that we live in. That's just not the way that we go about things.
People should be glad that's not the society we live in.
Right, exactly. Half the population would be gone.
Yes, it would be
around. If we lived in some type of a purge system, okay? Like, that's just not the way that it goes. No, she doesn't deserve that. It's a lot of other things. And, you know, she wasn't the only one operating in her ego. Everyone was operating in their ego in that situation. Tory was operating his fucking ego as an entitled man. Kelsey was operating in her ego as a woman who, like, how old are you? A grown ass woman talking about you had dibs. She can't even use the word relationship. How do you use dibs? You're in a fuck ship with Tory fucking Lanez. You're not engaged to him. Y'all are not dating. Y'all are not in some official relationship. You were just fucking him and getting to know him, and that justifies her being shot and bloody.
Friends with benefits.
It can make fucking sense.
So,
my God, today. Wow. I agree.
Thank you for having me as always.
Thank you for being here.
How you claiming something that's not claiming you? I never understood that.
Period. Right, because ain't he had to apologize to them both at the end? So, oh God, it's just, don't get me started again, Perp. Don't get me started up again, okay?
Let's be clear, though. That shows that you're on equal footing. It wasn't like he made some big, glorious gesture to Kelsey afterwards.
Yeah.
So he let her know where she stands. Well, that was clear with him not claiming her at all to begin with.
And that's what I don't understand about why Kelsey got all this heat for Megan. The nigga had to apologize to both of y'all. Like, the nigga literally admitted that he played you too, Kelsey. And you got all this fucking heat for Megan. Why they not pulling bullet fragments out of Tory ass either?
And to be honest, Megan could have looked at their friends with benefits situation like, well, clearly it ain't that serious because he's not claiming you. So this dude, like your mentor would say, he's community peeing. Yeah. Like he's for the streets. So why are you trying to claim?
Let me tell you something. It ain't no,
dude for the streets.
Unfortunately, toxic dick be good dick, and people and it be having these women just walking into the punches. No, he don't be hitting me. He don't be hitting me. I just be walking into the punches and shit. Like, girl, what? Dick my ties like a motherfucker. Like, oh, I just cannot. I cannot.
Okay, so,
but
so I won't be a bad influence on you no more. I go ahead and go bye and be good. All right. Have a good night.
Good night, babes.
All right. Bye-bye.
This is going to be a developing story, y'all. Y'all know. I mean, it's the curse that keeps on cursing, child. I hope true justice comes and everybody in the situation can act right. It's just ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is so tragic on all levels. And all these folk are grown and reasonably successful. Tori is reasonably successful despite being ignorant. It's like, you know, you have a career, something that a lot of struggling musicians don't have. Like, you know, you have access to things that, you know, more than half of the Black community does not. Same thing for Kelsey, same thing for Megan. And to see them all with the ligament, it just goes to show that you can take the Black man, the Black woman out of the hood, but you can't take the fucking hood out of the Black woman, the Black man. That you can't just change your external circumstance. You got to change your internal mindset, or else you're going to find yourself doing some ghetto shit in some rich ass situations, baby. You're going to find yourself having a poor man's mentality in a prosperous ass scenario. You're going to find yourself ass fucking backwards. Just be as backwards as you goddamn want to be. Just be as upside down as your ass want to be. Upside down. All these folk is fucking upside down as hell. Ridiculous. Rich and fucking wealthy. And acting like straight up bombs. Ridiculous. But as the world turns, child, we will continue to follow the situation. And you guys make sure to thumbs up. Shout out to almost 300 folk in the live in the midnight salacious hours, girl. I will be back today on this Good Friday with hot topics, girl. We're gonna be getting into the father who ran up on the school bus to cuss all the children out in the Lord's name, girl, on behalf of stopping his daughter's female bully from bullying her, girl. We're gonna be getting into Aries Spears and Lizzo, girl. We're gonna be getting into y'all been sending me all type of shit, child. So we're gonna be getting into. We're gonna be getting into Miss Young Miami, and you know her admitting that she's bisexual, but then having the audacity to want to beat the damn gay out of her son, girl. I'm just trying to figure out where the fuck they do that at. That'd be the upside down shit that I be talking about, girl. We got a lot to get into tomorrow. What's going on, Information Man? Information Man says, money doesn't make you better, just enhances your ignorance. If you are already an ignorant person, these people are already like this. They just happen to have money. Yep. But they don't change the motherfucking mentality. You guys make sure to subscribe to the Information Man show over on YouTube. A commentator, honey. He gets into pop culture. He gets into things. He gets into the news that you can motherfucking use. Yep, you got to change. And this is why a lot of the scriptures and religions and spirituality talk about a renewal of your mind. You gotta you got to change your psychology too. Prosperity and evolution and even wealth. It's not just physical. It's a mentality. Wealth is a mentality. Prosperity is a mentality. Healthiness is not just in exercising and what you eat and what you do. It's also in how you think. Okay? You have to marry the heart and the mind together for full circle manifestation. You can't lack one over the other, or you're going to find yourself on your bald-headed hoe shit like Kelsey, Tori, and Miss motherfucking Megan. Getting arrested on the side of a goddamn mountain in California, girl. Okay? For no damn reason at all. No reason at all. Fucking ridiculous, okay? So, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see y'all later today. Make sure that you subscribe if you're new here. We appreciate it, honey. And make sure that you guys thumbs up on your way out of the sanctuary if you didn't do it on the way coming in. And make sure that your notification bell is set to all, because, you know, you never know when the Holy Ghost is going to have me up here in front of you with the teams. And make sure that you share this stream out. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all later. Peace.